All right. You're listening to the Friday Fun Show. Opinions expressed are those of the show host, not WSTU or Treasure Coast broadcasters. They make me say that. Any reproduction or reuse of this program without the express written consent of WSTU is strictly prohibited. And now, here's John Campion.
It's called liability. You have to say that because the station will be liable.
Yeah, that's right. So they wash their hands.
Yes.
So it's
And it's got to be you, huh, Frank? It's got to be you.
Oh, wow.
Well, I know.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You
Better-
better not pot. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is calling tonight.
Yes.
right.
Yes. We're going to get a call today. So we're looking forward to that.
I wonder if he's going to talk.
Special
He's
guest.
going to talk about that new jet engine propulsion thing that you
Todd
worked
has
up for
been
him?
working on. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
The
I
Super
heard.
Draco engines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So
That was
He'll go twice as fast, but will he bypass anybody?
ooh.
No,
Mm.
he can't. If he
Mhm.
does,
Or is it no hands parking on the roofs? Because
be.
Tesla.
Oh,
he's got
With the
trained
Tesla.
rangers.
hands free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's yes, dear.
Well, Todd and I test drove a Model 3 a few years ago.
A couple of years ago, you did
Mhm.
that.
And that car had the feature. I happened to be at the one in the driver's seat at the time, which is so it's pretty weird. So you pull up to the parking spot so that the car can see the vacant spot.
Okay.
Then you push the button to tell the car you want to park the car. And then the car does kind of like a wide turn and then backs slowly
I
into
wonder
that
will
spot.
it tell you it can't fit in that spot? Do you know?
Won't do it if it
It
can't.
won't,
fit.
I would presume it wouldn't do that.
Wow.
Or else it backs in this way and it stops.
All right, we got a caller in our newsmaker line. Go ahead, caller. Oh, goodness.
Oh, Santa!
Hey, how you doing, Santa? Welcome aboard.
Oh, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here in the Treasure Coast, especially in lovely Martin County.
That's great. Oh, we got to turn up Debbie's. You're number 5, right?
She's number 5.
Yeah.
She's number 5.
Oh, I'm halfway to 10.
Well,
How's that?
I'm sure you were a 10 at one time. I was.
How's that, Deb? Is that
Well,
better?
this time of year, I can guarantee I'm a
All right.
10.
All
Oh,
right.
you are. You're a very popular person right now.
Is it busy up there, Santa, at the North Pole?
Well, it is for my workers. I'm kind of cruising around checking out my, different paths I'm going to take to be able to accomplish this task.
Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah.
Delegator.
Yeah, that's part of the job,
also,
right?
the southern route's really important to me this time of year. It's pretty doggone cold.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's. And I hope you're not going to be around here like Monday, Tuesday, because it's going to dip down at night
Woo.
like it does up north.
Yeah.
And tomorrow and Sunday night we're getting what 4 inches of rain. So
Yeah.
And
That's
it's-
what I've heard. So I'm on my way to Arizona.
I don't blame you. So I think Santa John has a question to ask you.
yeah,
Well,
why?
go ahead, John, because I've been looking at my naughty list, and I got to tell you, you got a short period to kick it back up a notch.
People think I'm wonderful. I had somebody tell me today, you are just so wonderful. And I'm like
Aw.
going, oh my God, I better not let that go to my head.
Right. Aw.
But my question for you, Santa, is this. Why are you so jolly?
Well, this year I have a very special reason.
Uh-oh. Because I have an answer for you when you're done giving us your lame
When
answer.
my elf got me an early Christmas gift.
Oh, how wonderful.
Oh, it's the thing that's changed my life. It makes me so much more jolly. They gave me a Toto washlet. And there's nothing like taking a big poo and then cleaning up with a Toto washlet
Wow.
from European Kitchen and Bath.
Wow.
Well done, Santa.
I was wondering, do you run that on oscillate or pulsate? That's the big question.
Well, that's a pretty personal.
Yeah, I
question.
think I agree, Santa. That's
Yeah,
like TMI, right, Santa?
Well, I'll tell you, my poos take a little longer these days.
Well, I am very impressed, and you will really like that. And your elves were right on with that.
Yeah.
It provides you with a tremendous amount of confidence and dignity that as we get older, it sure helps out.
It helps you clean up your act.
There,
Not to mention, it makes your fart smell like roses.
I'm sure if you put enough potpourri in there, it does.
There you
yeah,
go.
Mrs. Claus loves that.
Woo, baby.
Oh,
All right.
Use the one
She likes
upstairs.
that quite a bit.
I bet. Well, that's very impressive that
Very good.
you answered that question right on.
Yes.
I am.
Got to tell you though, with my little recon I did through Stewart and Martin County,
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what the heck are y'all thinking putting all this stuff in my way?
Well, we have a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
I have one sitting in my front hall in a box waiting to get installed.
Wow.
That'll
Very
give
good.
me 3 at home, 3 out of 3.
Wow.
This
Wow.
one, this
Tell you
one's
what, with all the new construction y'all got, you're going to have plenty of people who got a lot of stuff in their butt that needs cleaned out.
well. What's nice is you can also take that with you when you move.
Mm.
So and then just replace it with a regular seat. They'll never know unless they
Yeah.
saw it when they looked at the house and said, "Oh, I can't wait to move in and try
Yeah.
that out."
Yeah. Isn't that?
Well,
yeah. It's
with-
interchangeable with the standard toilets. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Pretty
with,
cool.
with a little luck, at some point, I'd like to retire and get out of the doggone cold. But y'all keep me working all these millenniums. I don't see that happening.
No, that's right.
There are a lot of them out there. I guess our kids are busy making more kids.
Yeah. Well, that's that'll happen.
How the reindeers doing, Santa?
How's
Are they
Well,
getting ready for the trip?
Well, Mrs. Claus and I had a little falling out over the reindeer. I was going to give them a break this year and just hire some ho-ho-hos to carry my sled. No. The reindeer are going to get extra treats this year.
All right.
Ran out of dollar bills. Huh?
That's great. All right. Well,
So Santa, I'm expecting you to call in next Friday night because that's the big weekend.
Yeah,
And
the
it'll be the countdown getting ready, and we'll talk about where you're traveling to.
mhm.
And I bet you the what are the news usually has, what's that called? The Santaometer that they
What's it called?
NORAD.
NORAD.
Yeah,
NORAD.
NORAD. Yeah, NORAD.
Okay.
hmm
They track me pretty good because they know sometimes after too many of the rums and the Christmas cheer,
Yeah.
they got to get me back on track.
Well, it's those loop-de-loops that really,
Yeah.
keep everybody excited. Yeah.
Got to make me laugh.
Yeah.
Get those cookie crumbs
That's
off
great.
your
Oh,
outfit.
there you go. Well, Santa, that's great. We'll look forward to your return call next week. So all the good little boys and girls can listen in and kind of get queued up as to what to do to get ready for Christmas.
I'll work on my naughty list.
Yeah? All right.
and change it around.
There you go. There you
Well,
go.
little John, if you don't get it cleaned up, I want details.
I'll give you details.
That's great.
Well, Merry
Thank you,
Christmas,
Santa,
Merry
from the
Christmas,
bottom of
Santa.
my heart. Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
God
Take care.
bless.
Thank you. All right. That was wonderful.
That's Santa. He knows
Yeah.
everything.
Just
He
a
does.
jolly old elf,
That's
I
what we
tell
said
you.
before
Yeah.
the show. Santa knows all.
He knows all. He sees all.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They have a nice commercial on that. I think it's with Lexus or something. where the
Yeah, I
little
think
girl,
so.
like, he sees everything.
Yes.
Yep.
Everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Yes.
So
That's right.
Let that be
That's
a
right.
lesson.
So that we did segue a little bit into the weather report. We wanted to tell our listeners we've got some cancellations for some of the
Everything.
local activities for this weekend.
Everything is canceled.
Right? Okay.
Doesn't
That,
matter.
That's short and sweet. The boat parade is next week.
Right.
Next Saturday.
Right.
That's canceled. Everything's canceled. The green markets are all canceled. I don't know about Sunday morning here in in Stewart, but
Mm.
I have a feeling if it's raining, it's going to be canceled.
Well, it's
Yeah.
raining. When does that cold front come through? Doesn't
Monday.
it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Monday. My
yeah.
wife keeps, you look outside the
What
window.
what
It
is
looks
the
like,
cold front? Is it 70?
well, it's going to be, it's the night temperature that gets you.
Yeah.
Right. And how cold is that going to get? I mean, if it gets into the
50s.
40s, then I'm cold.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it won't. You'll be still
Okay.
menopause will still be hitting along.
Yeah.
It's lavender.
Yeah, that happened 40 years ago. and-
I'm just messing with
Not
you.
really, but a long time ago. And
Boy, I'll tell you, I learned a lot about that when I moved here because we had some middle-aged women working for us. Who
Oh,
would
yeah.
get the hot flashes, and
Mm.
I was telling Frank that the thing to share with anybody out there is lavender.
Lavender.
oh, that's
is-
supposed to
Yeah, this woman got,
calm you down,
Yeah, she'd spray it around her when she started getting a flash.
Hmm.
and it helped.
Yeah, calmed her. It just kind of brought her down, and
Mm.
But how did the business smell? Like lavender?
no, it just smelled good. I
Yeah,
guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sunday,
Don't get me going.
Sunday
I
night,
work in it.
Sunday
thinking-
night, Monday morning, it'll chill down to 54 degrees.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we're looking at middle 70s for most of the weekend as far as the highs go. Monday morning, although we'll wake up to about 48 degrees.
Oh, you're cold for a
yeah.
couple
Couple minutes.
degrees.
And then, then it moderates up Tuesday. The low will be about 58.
yeah. Okay.
So on Tuesday, and then the low on Wednesday will be 65. And then we're back into seasonally adjusted weather.
That's
Yeah.
the cool thing about
Yeah.
Florida is it warms up. The sun is warm.
Yep.
When we have the sun,
When we have the sun, we haven't had the sun for a while now.
yeah, the inside of my house
What
is
does it look
colder.
like?
It's, I think it's round and
Right.
has solar flares.
The furnaces don't know what to do. Air, heat, air, heat,
Yeah,
air,
Oh, I
heat.
know.
I've always lived in air with
Airbnbs?
heat pump.
Oh,
Well,
sure.
I think the first time.
Oh, that's what all I have in our air conditioners down here. They're all heat pumps.
Yeah, well, of course,
HVAC.
that's what I'm saying. And when I moved to Tennessee and anything farther south, I think Richmond, we were right on the line.
Mm,
Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm giving up my ghost.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of people with the
Furnaces.
furnaces, I had oil heat in Richmond where they actually came and brought the truck and pulled the thing up
Right.
and filled the oil.
yeah.
It was a house built in 57, had
Huh.
its original heating system in it.
Wow.
And we had to add air conditioning. It was a ranch with a basement.
Yeah.
And we added air conditioning. I had a guy I played golf with, owned an air conditioning company, but he didn't treat me like I was his friend with the price. No, he did.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wherever you are.
Uh,
Anyways, but we did that, and we also had one of those big fans in the attic when you came
Yes.
Oh, yeah, those are
in.
nice.
You turn that on, and it would just suck
Suck
the
up
hot
all
air.
the air
Oh
out.
man, it was
Yep.
something.
yeah.
And some people have them down here
Yeah, well, I can see.
We
I can
did
see-
that.
with
we
their
did
tall
that in our
ceilings
Michigan
and
house.
everything, and then they have an attic, and they can put one in.
Sure, that's
Yeah.
a good place to do it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think I would have a problem having a 2-story home in Florida.
Oh.
We looked at that and said,
Yeah,
I
no.
don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who wants to walk the steps after a while?
Well, that's it.
I don't.
There it is.
And,
No,
and,
you're
and a
right.
lot of people move here and they're young
Mm.
and they're, physically fit, and they don't think anything about a second story. And then they live here for 15, 20 years
Right.
or even 10. And then it's a mistake.
Yeah, what have I been heating all this time? I
Right,
don't
I'm
know.
cooling,
If
yeah,
cooling,
all that,
cooling.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
Anyways, learned a lot in the period that we're here.
Mm.
I would just like to know how to catch rats.
No.
They get into my building at work, and I should be careful talking about this,
Mm.
but they get in and then they die after
Yeah,
they've,
I hate when that happens.
they're
Yeah.
supposed to take it somewhere else. But
So this is what's happening. So
It's cool.
you have the bait stations outside,
right,
and so they eat the bait,
right,
and then they go inside to get warm because there's still mammals,
right,
right? So they want to be warm and have water, and the bait makes them thirsty.
looking for water.
So they're looking for water, and then they come in, and of course, by the time they find their way in, it's game
They
over.
think we have all our display toilets full of water, but
Yeah.
we only have
No,
one and
that's
the
right.
top's down. And they
Because
can-
that's
they
what
can-
happens. It's, and of course, it doesn't take but a very small, tiniest of openings for them to find their way
No,
in.
that's just true. And
Yeah.
of course, it's a nice old metal building with
Yeah.
plenty of exit and entrance points.
Right.
So, yeah, not much you can do about that.
If you come in and we got the candles burning, it's it's a terrible smell.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good face.
But
Yeah,
it
is.
happens
It's
here in
so-
downtown Stewart, too.
Okay.
Yeah, it just happens.
It's a
Well, a lot of a thing that takes foul air out of foul odors out of the air.
Mm.
Open up a coffee can and set it down, and actually, it'll absorb all
Okay.
that.
Like carbon. It works out just like charcoal, huh?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll open up a crappy can of coffee.
There it is.
No, I
And
just
try it.
give it a try.
Yeah.
Then if it works, Deb, you're going to be famous.
No,
Deb the
people
coffee
have
lady.
been doing this for a long, long time.
Coffee.
Yeah,
Mm.
Oh, okay.
you
Well,
go into a house that someone expired from, and it has that certain odor.
Mm.
They set open coffee cans around with coffee in it.
we'll get rid of death.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the rats takes about 3 days for it to decompose, and we found them. Sometimes we had to take the slat wall off the wall and
Oh.
pull it out. Oh, there he is.
Oh, jeez.
Uh,
Yikes.
Dude.
Cheesy little
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
Rat fink. Well, thanks for that nice update.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, there are a ton of rats down here.
Oh,
Well, anywhere,
everywhere.
even down here in Stewart. I mean,
Mhm.
look at all the restaurants. You don't think that they have a problem?
Oh,
That's why we have a lot of Chinese restaurants around,
nice, nice.
Yikes.
or Oriental, I should say.
The cats and dogs are missing from
Yeah,
those neighborhoods.
that's right.
You have to be careful on
That's
this
the
show.
rumor.
don't you?
Yes,
that's
yeah.
right.
Ah.
Frankie's sitting there going, "This is great."
Uh,
We're really,
Am I going to get in trouble for this?
only
now
if-
you know why I do the disclaimer at the top of
well,
the show.
that's why you guys
Yes.
added the 5-second
Oh, yes,
delay,
the delay
the
button.
Mark Breckbill delay button.
Mm.
Breckbill's on, we delay it.
Oh my God! Yes, many a times I was sweating when Mark was in the driver's seat here.
If you're listening to us, we use a lot of first names because after a while, these people get to be known as first name people.
Yeah,
Because they're regulars in their own right,
that's right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's Stewart, I mean, it's pretty
they're,
cool.
they're all celebrities in their own mind.
There you go. Yeah,
yes, yes,
Depending on where you hang out, right?
Exactly
You're
right.
right, Deb.
yeah.
And with the communities around here, I got to tell you, when I first moved here, which has been 20 years, but
Mhm.
I'd be at the store. I'd never worked retail, and I was not used to hearing people say, "Well, I live in Jupiter," and I said, "Oh, really? I met somebody from Jupiter. They're kind of like you,"
Mm.
and like they're from another planet.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, I live in Jupiter. What is it? Jupiter
Farms.
Farms.
Yeah.
Oh, I own the world. You live-
And that's the way they would come off.
Well, yeah. I mean, sure. I said, "What do you live next to Tiger, or you live next to George Bush's mother,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
it was back when she was alive?"
Yeah.
Anyways, pretty amazing that it's part of Martin County. And
Yeah.
thank God for the tax base, I guess.
Mhm.
Right?
They do beef up the numbers. Let's just
But
say.
Even part of Jupiter Island is Martin County.
yeah, Jupiter Island,
Mhm.
Jupiter Island,
Mhm.
and sorry, and then even when they'd say Jensen Beach,
Yeah.
sounds nice. Jensen,
They don't like to
sound-
hear Rio was not the place to live.
Mm.
And when I first came here, it was just, and it's part of Jensen Beach.
Well,
And now it's the gem of Jensen Beach.
Right.
It is.
It is. It's still that little bitty area where everyone is friendly. Everyone knows pretty much everybody down there, and everyone works together. And I'm worried when that big development on the water goes in, we're done.
Mhm.
It's not going to be that little bitty town anymore.
Yeah.
The neighborhoods. I mean, I know all the kids on my street. I know most of the people on my street, and I know most of the people on my next street.
That's great.
You know,
That's a lost part of America.
Yeah.
they
Well-
don't know their neighbors. They put their head down. They don't even wave.
Yeah, we were going out of the neighborhood today. I was pretty impressed. My wife's driving my car, which
Sure.
and there's a guy with an umbrella walking, and she waves to him. I go, "Who's that?" She goes, "I don't know." She goes, "Yeah, we just figure that these people probably could be our
Be
customers."
friendly.
Right.
Yeah.
When I'm walking in the morning, the car's going down the street. I wave to everybody.
Absolutely.
You just have to do that,
That's the rule over at Cedar Point. You see people if you like
especially if they're laying on the ground. You pick them up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, we
nice.
wave at them because we never know if we're ever going to see them again.
That's right. We call 911 first. That's number one.
Oh my God! I keep telling my wife, that the EMS ambulance should really set up a station right there at Cedar Point. It'd be a lot quicker.
That's
Well, the fire station's 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's like
the
having
the new one on the other side of the bridge.
No, I'm talking about the one right down across from a Fresh Market.
Oh yeah.
There's a fire
Is there a new-
station there.
There's a new one.
Yeah, there's one on the island. Right, they took it, the one by Stewart Beach,
Hmm.
and they moved it on to East
The
Ocean.
land. Okay.
Yep.
You don't even have railroad going across there. I mean,
Yeah.
well, that's it can take a while. If you're behind Dee Dee, my wife,
Hmm.
you'd be glad you moved it over by ocean. You drive the speed limit all the time?
Pardon me?
Do you drive the speed limit? Do you drive the
Yes,
speed limit
in Souls Point, yes.
everywhere?
In
Yeah.
Sewell's Point,
In-
especially.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, you don't want to get.
No.
But do you do it in Jensen Beach? And
Yep, on Indian River Drive, because they're all sitting there waiting
See,
for you.
she's being specific,
Oh yeah.
not like all the time.
No,
Not
no.
all
When
the
I
time.
go up to drive to Fort Pierce and it's 25 on the drive and there's no one around, yeah, I'm clicking at 30.
I know which
35.
way you're going.
There you go. That's
I'm
right.
picking up what you're putting down. She is trouble.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna play a little commercial on our way out, and then we're gonna.
We're
take
not out for good. We're just the first half
for
is
the
over.
first half of the
So we
show.
got another half
If
to
you
go.
are having trouble sleeping, ask your doctor about Bidenica, the sleep aid made from 100% Joe Biden press conference.
The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway.
Bidenica has a patented blend of confusion and forgetfulness that will calm the most overactive brains.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it.
When they sold out American jobs and killed the Keystone Pipeline, it kept me up all night worrying about how we pay our bills. But then I got Bidenica, and I've never slept better.
Sometimes when I get hopped up on sugar, my parents give me Bidenica so I pass out. Other times they give it to me during the day, probably so they can do the deed. Gross.
Warning, people who have used Bidenica have experienced rapid lying and an inability to secure the southern border. Others have hallucinated and fought breakfast cereals.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Ask your doctor if Bidenica is right for you.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
All right, we are back.
Does that mean she was slow?
Yeah.
Or was she laying in her bed?
No, she was run over by a reindeer. My guess is she was out and about.
I picture she run over by all the reindeers.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess you got to listen to the whole song, but YouTube won't let me play the whole song. So
I'll let you play it.
Well, no, YouTube won't let me play it.
I think I know the words. You want me to sing it?
Sure, you can do that.
I don't want to sing
No.
it.
Okay.
I sound good in the shower.
In the shower it
and
works,
in,
huh?
in church.
Okay, fair enough.
As long as everybody's singing.
Another celebrity in his own mind.
Yeah.
That's me. That's right. That's right. John Campion. Actually, there's a guy on the Premier League, which is English soccer, that's on
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday mornings.
Mm.
His name's John Champion.
Oh,
Jon.
wow.
He's a Jon like me. John Champion. It's so funny.
With an H in the
With
last.
an H, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so,
Interesting.
yeah.
You should call him up. It'll confuse the hell out of him.
Hey, this is John Campion. You mean champion, don't you? No, I got the H.
Okay, so Christmas songs.
Oh my God.
What are the top 10 Christmas songs? Can you name any of them?
I wish I would have had you ask me that before I came in, because I was home listening to my
your
Mariah
playlist?
Carey is up there.
she should be number one.
Right.
Christmas album.
That's number one. Okay, and what's
songs.
So
though,
yes,
right?
number one of the top 10 Christmas
Silent
songs.
Night.
Didn't make. The
I would
top.
say Gene Autry with his Christmas
Oh,
song.
they're talking about authors. I mean, singers and their
yeah,
songs.
yeah. So Blue Christmas is number 2 from Elvis.
Okay.
Right.
Christmas is
And
gone.
see now, Feliz Navidad is number what?
Is that by Jose
5?
Ferreira?
Jose Feliciano.
Feliciano. Yeah, there you go.
And Nat King Cole's The Christmas Song is number 6. And let's see now. Do they know?
Well,
it?
Brenda Lee just won an award for her.
Darling Love is number 9.
Oh, we know her.
Mm-hmm.
She from around here?
No, was a Motown. We talked about her a week or
that's
so
right.
ago.
That's right. She passed.
No,
she didn't.
she's
She
still
didn't.
she's still
Oh,
performing.
she's
She
still-
was a backup singer for Spectre
Yes.
with some of the groups.
With the Supremes and
and-
and some of the
Oh,
other.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's
mhm,
right.
mhm.
That's right. Well,
no, she's alive and well and
And
worth seeing.
Bobby Helms' Jingle Bell Rock comes
Okay.
after Darling Love. So those are the top
at
10.
least I got 9 of them.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Frank, you're pretty good when you have an open book test.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Frank
Absolutely.
Frank got
I
all
know all
10.
the answers because I.
So
All
we have a new statue in our roundabout in Rio. I don't know that we talked about that. And it's
No.
a Christmas,
Do tell.
and the Labalotos family gets together and decorates downtown
Right.
Rio
Okay.
every year. And we have that roundabout that had nothing in it.
Right.
You know, we
It was stubbed out with plumbing and then left naked.
well,
Yeah.
the
You-
Neighborhood Advisory Council hired somebody in Key West to make a statue, and the statue that he showed us, his drawings, was swimming dolphins.
Okay.
So when he got done with it, we got COVID, no one was keeping up on it. He came back to bring us pictures of what
Just
he had
progress.
done,
Yeah.
and it was not well. It was not swimming dolphins. It looked like a dead manatee on a piece of rock.
Oh. my
And so that didn't go up there. So we sat with nothing in this roundabout. So
Oh,
this
that's the
family, I
backstory.
have to commend them,
Mhm.
has every year now. We had a snow glow one year.
Mm.
And last year it was on the Eiffel Tower
Mm.
at Christmas in Paris. This year it's the pink Cadillac with Elvis. And it says Viva Las Vegas on it.
Oh wow.
And I think it's really cool. And I think it's really cool that these people take their time and money. And there's several of us in the community that monetarily help.
How did they do a pink Cadillac?
How did they get the Cadillac up there?
They formed it and they welded it, and they did everything that needed to be done. And there's 4 posts,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
rebar posts,
Right.
and then they go by those dimensions and they make it work.
Is it a life-size Cadillac?
It
seemed like it?
It's
'Cause that
how
was
can I
a-
say it? It's like a small child's bed
Yeah.
to go
okay.
up there, so
That's
it's big
cool.
enough.
That's
It
cool.
you and it's magnificent.
So that's what's down at
Wow.
that's at the roundabout in Rio.
In Rio.
Now there will be a huge traffic jam there at 8:00 at night.
And then they wrap all the light posts.
Yes.
And this is the family,
Yes.
the Labad.
Labalota family. Yes. Jim Labalota and Suzanne. And I may be saying their last name wrong, but I don't think so.
Close enough.
It's close enough.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
Speaking of Christmas lights, we mentioned Christmas
And
lights.
he
last-
has his
last-
house decorated.
Yeah.
If you go to that roundabout and look to the river, his house is spectacular.
Hmm.
It's worth going to see.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know Brent Waddell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was on the board with me at the NAC.
He's a great guy.
He is a great
He's
guy.
good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
me as
wonderful.
Well, he used to be my neighbor,
Okay.
over at Avonlea.
Okay.
Right.
Brent Waddell.
Mhm.
Yeah. His son
Yes.
took over, I think.
I
Mhm.
think
You're
so.
right.
I thought maybe they sold.
Well, they
business.
sold the business, but they still have their
Family and
real
their,
estate family business.
Okay,
So, because
good.
they buy and sell.
This is a
property.
beautiful family.
Right.
There.
It is. And he lives down there
Mm.
behind, it used to be Little Saints. I don't know what it is, but back
Right,
in there.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
He's got his little. Yeah. So Brent, if you're out there listening,
Mhm.
Brent Waddell.
Yep.
Freedom Waste.
And when he doesn't say a lot, but when he says something, you
should-
listen
you
to
should
him
listen.
because he has the knowledge.
Plus, he's bigger than all of us.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a tall drink of
he's
water.
he's
yeah.
a tall dude.
He's like a
I'm-
big teddy bear.
Yeah, I didn't mean to change the subject.
That's
I-
quite
No,
all
that's
right.
fine.
No,
I think what's cool is I can tell my wife that we got to go down and look at this because she loves looking at the lights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can take her to Jensen because the lights are now
They're
on north of.
I went the other night and I never went into the property, but this year I did. Everyone was going in and I took a 6-minute video. It was magnificent.
So my wife and I went by last week, and the lights were on, but the gates were closed. So my guess was, I told my wife, I said, I think they're home. I think they open the gates when they're not home.
No, they weren't ready for accept people yet.
Oh.
Last weekend was the first weekend. I
Yes.
think they lit it up, and then they
Mhm,
do
mhm.
that to let everyone just
Kinda-
absorb it.
Hmm.
And
Then they let people in.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
I wonder if they let handicapped people with hang cars drive through there.
No drive-throughs.
no drive-through.
All right.
But you can park in front.
Okay.
I mean, you can park on the other side of the road and walk over.
Deb Harsh said I could park here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know? Okay, Frank Mezzapelli. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
Frank, world
mention me.
famous. Big Frank. He's a huge guy. He's going to come and
That'll
squish
get you a parking ticket for sure.
Come and squish you like a bug.
What would be sensational if someone would set up a golf cart tour, and then you could
for right from
for
the
$5, and then they take you through it, and then you bring you back to the entrance.
yeah, the real estate office directly next door,
Right.
or from Jensen Beach. The
But
Beach
he did a
entrance.
magnificent job.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
That's amazing. It's pretty cool.
After
Mm.
the show, if you want to see, I'll let you see the video.
oh,
Okay.
okay. All right. Before we go to our last commercial break, let's talk about Christmas movies. Top 10 Christmas movies. You want-
Oh,
okay.
Christmas Vacation.
What?
Christmas Story.
Okay, Christmas Vacation didn't make the top 10.
No way.
White Christmas.
What's wrong with these people?
White Christmas is there. I think that's number 5.
Okay.
What's
Let's
no-
see.
What's number 1? Christmas Story.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Yes.
Yeah, number 1.
Is Elf on there?
Elf is number 4.
You know,
Okay.
that movie is 20 years old.
But you know what? It's on every day.
Yeah.
I watched the whole movie in a week in different segments.
They're
I
just
saw the
saying-
starting, and then I couldn't do it, and then the next night it was right at the where I left off, and then the next night it was right where I left
It's
off.
like
so I got
watching
to see-
Forrest Gump.
right? Right. Christmas Story, right?
Yeah.
That's they run the wheels off of that.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Mhm. Didn't make it.
Really.
No.
Miracle on 34th Street
Oh,
is
okay.
on the list. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is on the list. The Nightmare Before Christmas is on the list. That's number 9.
Eh.
I
Yeah.
guess I'll have to go home and watch that one.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, so we'll look. Okay, Die Hard is on the list.
That's not even Christmas.
That's so
that is
funny.
considered a Christmas movie.
I can't remember what movie I was watching where the woman was
It
kept
really-
saying, but Die Hard is a Christmas story.
It's
a Christmas movie.
It takes place during Christmas, so
Yeah.
that's why it's
Okay.
That's
yeah.
why it's Yippee-Yi-O-Ki-Yay.
yes, yes.
I love that movie.
Oh yeah, Charlie Brown Christmas is on the list. Love Actually is on the list. Nightmare Before we did that already. Polar Express, Gremlins is on that list. This is when you expand it to the top 15.
Oh, okay.
That,
Yeah,
Eh.
Scrooged is on the list. I was,
Who came up with this?
this is according to Google.
Well,
There's 445,000, 445 million results. So I guess it's from sources across the web. So it's a compilation according to Google.
it's not from AI.
Well, it is the Google AI.
Right. I'm
So-
trying to think.
So,
We watched a Christmas movie last night. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but it was something 2. I said, well, I think you probably had to see 1.
Right.
It's bunch of English people up in the Innisbrook skiing for Christmas, and they book one guy booked it at the really 5-star elite place up in the hill, and the other one booked at the place that had a reverse name. It was like a negative 5-star. Down at the bottom had a ram that guarded the place named Felix or something.
Felix the Ram. Huh?
You go to make sure you lock the gate when you leave and come and go in and out of the bathroom. Yeah, a little hole in the floor. It was.
Oh God!
It was something.
All right.
It might have been Love Actually too.
Could be.
Being sung by
All right. Well, we're going to step out for 1 minute, and we'll be right back. So stick with us.
Nat King Cole. I guess.
Discovered that their hearing is different from ours and are also.
And so I'm offering the simple phrase.
Just a simple phrase. We are back. Just when you thought it was safe, they're back.
I'm sorry that everything is getting canceled this weekend because of the weather.
Yeah.
It's not conducive when it's the holiday season. People want to finish their shopping. They want to go out to dinner. They want to meet with friends.
made
And when you
plans.
can't be outside,
Yeah.
it's like
The nerve of Mother Nature.
Yes. The
nerve of
noive.
her.
The
nerve of
noive.
her.
it's true.
No, and if it were snowing out, Deb, everything would be on.
Oh, it would be
Yeah.
because they're used to that.
I'm sorry we couldn't get home because of the drifts last night.
Yeah.
Don't
But
you
I
miss
mean, when
that?
we have 40-mile-an-hour winds and seas up 8-10 feet, you
Mm-hmm.
can't have a boat parade.
No.
You got to go out and look at the waves.
I did.
Were they
Yeah.
amazing?
Oh, they were amazing.
You should see the choppy water here in the river here in downtown Stewart. It's- Whoa.
And I went this morning and it was mostly high tide. And I went to the House of Refuge. Yesterday, I went to Jensen Beach, and it was unbelievable.
I remember the only time here that I experienced that super high water was when what was the rainstorm that went up to the northeast? Began with an S. It was a storm. It wasn't
a hurricane.
Yeah, it was. What's the one that flooded all of New Jersey and New York and all? It was terrible.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Anyways, when it was here,
Mm-hmm.
Dee Dee and I and my son, we grabbed a cooler and made some bloodies, and we sat on the top of the dunes at Stewart Beach.
Wow.
And the water was coming up to our feet.
At the top of the dunes.
At the
Right
top
top
of
of
the
the
dunes.
dunes. Yeah.
Wow.
That
And that's
was-
the way it was at the House of Refuge today.
Yeah.
It was all over the coral reef. And I can show you pictures of all the mist and everything. Yeah.
That's, it just really the power of Mother Nature.
Yeah.
I have a picture at one of the big storms. Maybe it was a little hurricane that came a year or two ago. And I never saw the wind take the waves backwards.
Hmm.
And I have a picture of the waves coming towards shore, but the wind was so strong, it shot them back the other way.
That wasn't Matthew, was it?
It could have been.
Yeah.
I didn't archive what storm it was, but I have the
Yeah.
picture.
Don't have a book on it.
No.
Called The Coming. I was looking at
Remember
one of our.
Trapper Nelson, he used to have a little place there, Jonathan Dickinson State Park, right?
Right.
And this
You
was
said Trapper Nelson. Right?
that was his
that
name.
was
Yeah,
his
right,
name.
right. He lived in there, didn't he?
Yes, he
He
did.
lived. That was his property back in the day, and he was Tarzan. He would do Tarzan things. But anyways, we didn't have. No, they would do these trips along the Waxahachie River, and then he would do the Tarzan yell and grab a vine and swing by as part of
Would
his
he ever
shtick.
jump in and grab an alligator and
No,
wrestle it?
well, yeah, he would do all kinds of stuff like
Stupid,
that. Yeah, he had like pens full of animals, and so the idea was that to get people to come and do a little rest stop at his place, and then buy
Okay.
trinkets and stuff
Wow.
like that. But he actually would, because there was no rating for storms
Is
back
this when
then.
you lived down here?
No, this is
This
back in the
way-
40s,
Okay, that's what I-
30s or 40s, and
That's what I thought.
and he would.
He was still alive, I think, in the 70s.
Oh yeah, but back in early, he would actually put he had a star system for the storms, and then one of them he gave it a 4 stars.
4 stars.
So we don't know what that was, but it was before it got rated, for with the categories like we use today. But
My wife tells a story when her sister was visiting from North
Yeah.
Carolina. They
Hmm.
went and had kayaks and went down in the Loxahatchee or
Mhm,
whatever.
mhm.
And she said, they paddled this way and that when they were coming back. She goes, "There's the biggest alligator." She
Oh,
goes,
yeah?
We never even saw it. It's like 14 foot
Oh, yeah.
sitting around the side.
Yeah,
And
just
she
hanging
goes-
out.
She goes, "I just told Cindy, just sit still. Let's
Yeah.
float by and get out of here."
Yeah.
Well, I can remember taking a canoe down to go to Trapper Nelson's, and
Mhm.
you had to get out and pick up your canoe to get over some of the beaver dams and stuff like that to keep going on down in the
Mhm.
river.
Mhm.
And that was way back when, 80s.
Looking down at your legs to make sure there's no gators coming
Yeah.
around.
The
Wow.
poor man that does the boater that got lost back out in Lost, I think it's Lost River,
Mm.
in the little park out there,
Mhm.
and they found him, and he was in alligator infested water.
Whoops.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're not very nice.
Well, yes, Halipatioke is
Hallie Patio, you
is,
said
is,
it right.
is, Debbie's favorite place,
Right.
and
You had a
that-
great experience there, huh?
that's an Indian name, and it means
Yeah.
river with alligators.
That is one.
That's a
And
literal.
that is one.
Yeah.
See how she swallows deep,
Yeah.
trying to
Yikes.
find some moisture in her throat. I
Wow.
love it. Really
Yeah.
Wow, it is.
scary.
Mm. Yeah.
Got to
So
take like an iron canoe and
Well,
it has a
you're
protective
helpless
cage.
depending on how big they are.
well, you know,
You're helpless in the
we're
canoe.
part of the food chain. You know, at
Yeah.
that point, we're no
Well,
longer.
they had a thing on TV the other day where they were going to approve like 10 more licenses, which would get 20 more alligators during the alligator season.
Wow.
Now, what kind of difference is that going to make?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. You get 2 per.
But I do like gator meat.
Okay.
The tail is good,
You
and,
want-
and the cheeks.
I can get you some.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah, we have a good friend of ours, Frank.
he's
and
a
I.
trapper.
You know, he likes to go out hunting alligators with his sons.
Mm-hmm.
Big. I'm sorry, man. No, I know he's not listening because he's probably working. When I'm on this show, he's a beaver. Remember that day? No, he's an otter. No, it's
Why,
Lloyd,
otter.
our buddy Lloyd.
Oh, Lloyd Rogers.
They love to hunt alligators.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and his boys. He's got.
Well, they're good. They're big guys, so
Yeah,
they
they-
could probably do battle and come out okay.
Yeah, they bring him in and let Lloyd wrestle it down.
Yeah.
He's like a bear.
Yeah.
Arr. Yeah,
Too funny.
the ultimate family man.
He's a neat guy.
So what do you got going on there, Frank?
Not
I know you
much.
just-
Not much. I'm just getting ready, just prepping for the show
grand
close.
finale.
Yeah.
I have to say I was
Hmm.
listening to my Sirius XM through my Sonos radio system today.
Okay.
I leave it on when it's probably on right now, but I have they have special Christmas channels, and
Oh,
I have Jammy Christmas on right now. And
jammy Christmas.
Yeah,
So it's
like-
Christmas in your jammies?
they're jamming
Oh,
Oh.
jamming.
like
Okay.
maybe
I
it's-
thought the
maybe
same
it's-
thing.
Maybe it's Jamsy.
So it's the same as me, right?
Yeah.
I can just picture.
But they have a
kids
whole
sitting
bunch
around-
of different stuff that's fun. And
Good.
I'm just sitting there listening to
Right.
it. My wife's, what are you doing all day? I said, I just been listening to songs. So when you asked me what are the top 10, I was like, oh, which song? No, it's which.
Which one am I listening to now? It's like, yeah, I
they,
get
they
it.
all were good and I could sing to them. So it was,
That's great.
yeah. You know, the whole thing is like when you go to church and they start singing the second verse of
Oh,
come-
Holy Night, or
O Come Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're like,
Silent Night.
I better get the book out.
Silent Night. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
when you
think
get into-
everyone knows the first verse of all the Christmas songs, but none of the rest.
You're right.
Yeah.
You know, you can do it off the top of your head, but the second verse, third
Right.
verse, fourth verse, and then you're tired after church going, really? We have to sing all these verses?
Well, that's why I like going to the midnight mass, at St. Joseph's, because because before they do the mass, they
Do all
just
the songs.
a lot of Christmas songs.
Because you're coming in, you're sitting early. They got to
Yeah.
play something while they're
Yeah. I'm in
filling the
standing room
place up.
only.
And I go to All Saints, the children's mass at 4 p.m. in
Mm.
the afternoon, and
Mm.
that is wonderful
I
because the
bet.
kids do the mass and
Aw.
they play Mary and Joseph and they put on the play and
Mhm.
and they're running up and down the aisle and it's perfect.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cute.
Aw.
All Saints, is that
It's Episcopal.
yeah, Episcopal over in Jensen.
Mhm.
Right.
And
right.
it's I think the oldest church in Jensen. 18.
It's up on the hill, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, we go to St. Mary's Episcopal here.
Mhm.
in-
Oh,
in-
that's wonderful too.
it
Father
is-
Christian.
Mhm.
exactly. And we go to midnight Christmas Eve
Mhm.
out in the
Palm City.
it's out in the their
Oh, they have their
open
little
area.
garden area,
Yeah.
open area.
It's great. There's
Yes.
probably maybe 125 people. It's like a 6:30. It's really
I
really
bet
cool.
that's nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, maybe next week we'll give a list of all the churches in the area and their mass schedules and
Yeah.
things
Okay.
that sort of.
and I
list.
can speak to this one because I've been to it probably 5 times. And we took our grandchildren there and didn't
Mhm.
worry about. They were enamored by just
Aw.
what was going on. They have
Sure.
those lights that you put out on your patio, that you string. Those
Mhm.
big thing. They have
Sure.
those. And then you had Father Christian, who is wonderful.
Yeah.
And he's fun to listen to. And then they got Rabbi Matt. No, that's right. That's Friday morning.
That's Temple Bed Hayim.
Yeah.
And they're wrapping up Hanukkah right now.
Yeah.
Well, today's the last day.
Hmm.
Oh, good. We'll probably be able to get the two of them on a little blurb then.
Yeah. We like to get
So
some.
that's where Matt's been. He's got the darkest house on my street.
Aw.
Well, now he can decorate.
Yeah, he can. He can put those big old candles out there.
There you go.
Yeah. No, it's pretty funny. We were showing somebody around the other night, and we go, "Oh," I said, "There's Rabbi Matt's house without the lights on," and Dee says, "That's not his house. His house is right. Oh yeah,
All
there."
Well, we got to go, gang.
Okay.
So,
Wow. How'd
No,
you do that?
It's one more weekend, and Santa will be here.
see ya. We'll
All
see you
right.
next week.
Thanks, Frank.
All right, bye.